welcome to your Geography's online class. In today's class, we will be discussing about the chapter, that is the first chapter of our book, Representation of Geographical Features. As we already have dealt about the basic concept what the chapter will be discussing about, like the topographical features and the topographical maps. We also discussed what a topographical map is in our earlier class. So today, we will be discussing about the conventional colors that are used in the topographical maps that help us in understanding the map. Like you see that the colors has their own significance in a map. We cannot just randomly use colors, right? So the colors that are used in a map has certain specific reason, or it signifies something on that map. For example, or it's not just example, let's say blue, the color blue, it represents water bodies. Red, you see, it represents sediments. The color yellow, it represents cultivated area. Then you have color green. It represents the forests, or you say natural vegetation. Then you have a brown color that represents the contours or the contour lines. And then you have color black. Black is mostly used for writing names. And then you have white. This white, it represents barren land. So these are few colors that have been used in a conventional colors in a topographical map that help us in understanding the map. So apart from these that you see here on the board, the color that represents or that symbolizes different features, there are also other features that the color symbolizes, right? It's not just this that it symbolizes. So now moving on to the next topic, we will be discussing about the scale of the map. So defining scale of the map, we may write or we can discuss as the ratio of distance between 2 points on the map to the corresponding distance on the ground. This means that if there are any 2 points that we mark on the map, so this is place A and place B. In a map, place A and place B seems to be very close to each other, but in reality on the ground the distance is much far away from each other, or the two places are very far away from each other. Now it so happens, or we use scale to draw a map in order to accommodate larger areas within the map. As such, the entire part of the earth cannot be accommodated in one small piece of paper without the help of scale. So this is the reason why we consider a scale to be a very important tool of the map, or an element of the map. Now on the basis of the size, the scale of the map is divided into 2 types. So the 2 types of the scale on the basis of size is large scale and small scale. So this is a map, one that is of large scale, the other is small scale. Now the difference between the two is that the large scale, it represents a small area giving its details, or everything that is found in that particular area is been detailed in this large scale map. While a small scale map, it represents a large area, but not all the details of that particular area is shown in the map. So these are the two different types of scale that a map is made of. One is large scale and the other is small scale. And these are the two on the basis of size. While for representing a map, there are three different types of scale. So let us discuss them. So the three different types of scale that is helped in representing a map is a verbal or statement scale, a linear or graphical scale, and representative fraction or numerical scale. All the three scales can be defined as the ratio of the bit distance between any 2 points on the map to its corresponding distance on the ground. But the difference lies in the way we represent them. So how do we represent? As the name suggests, verbal or statement, we represent the scale in the form of a statement. It's like we write 1 centimeter to 1 kilometer. Now this is a statement scale wherein it means that 1 centimeter on the map is 1 kilometer on the ground. So here in other words you can see that 1 kilometer off the ground is represented by 1 centimeter on the map. Well, the same is here the linear or graphical scale. It is represented with the help of a drawing. It is represented with the help of a drawing. It is drawn like a box-like structure, which is further divided into small boxes. And these small boxes are known as primary division. This is known as primary division. While one of the primary division is further divided into two parts, and these two parts is known as secondary division. Now each of these division helps us in understanding the map. How? Let's see. The same here, 1 centimeter to 1 kilometer of the verbal scale can be represented in the linear form as like stating that between these two gaps, it is of 1 centimeter. On the map, between two gaps, the distance is 1 centimeter, and this 1 centimeter is representing 1 kilometer. So we can write here 0, and this is 1. So from 1 here we write 2, and then here we write 3. The same way from 0 to here we write it 1. So this gives us an understanding. From 0 to 1, it means in kilometers. And the distance between 0 to 1 will be 1 centimeter on the map, but on the ground it is representing 1 kilometer. The same way, coming to representative fraction, here it is been shown as a fraction part. So 1 centimeter of the map is shown in a part of a fraction of 1 kilometer. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So the scale of the map in a form of representative fraction or numerical, for the same scale 1 centimeter to 1 kilometer is written as 1:1000 as an RF. But all these three type of scale gives you the same understanding that the scale, either verbal or statement, linear or graphical, or representative fraction or numerical, is a ratio of the distance between any two given points on the map to its corresponding distance on the ground. But they are only the representing form is different. Here it is represented as a verbal or a statement. Here it is being represented as a graphical scale by drawing it or in a line, and then here it is being given as a fraction, or you can say as numerical numbers. So thank you class, this is for the day. You all stay safe and take care.